everyone, welcome back to Fran's K Mouthpiece. So I recently changed my name because when I looked on YouTube, other people had similar names, and I was like, if people are looking me up, they might find it hard. So I've changed it to Frank K's Mouthpiece because basically most of this will be me talking. I do have some other videos, but there's some issues of getting the videos from my phone because I don't have a camera at the moment onto my Mac laptop, and it's not an iPhone, it's a Samsung. So we will get there. But for today's video, we're doing something a little saucy. So I recently I was looking on my phone and there came up for a sale for DNA testing in the Black Friday sale. So, and we're gonna have a look at it. So this DNA that I got that was on sale is MyHeritage DNA test kit. I don't know if they still have it. It was for Black Friday. I got it for £30. Usually they're like £70-80 for testing, but this one is £30, and I will tell you later on about the test kit. But here's a little backstory, and I'm gonna do the test kit on here as well. So a little backstory in terms of my DNA. So my DNA, I only know more so I know a bit and a bit. So on my dad's side of the family, I'm Jamaican, by the way. My whole family comes from the Caribbean, which is Jamaica. My dad's side of the family he's Indian and black. So obviously my grandma, which is my dad's mom, is full Indian, but she was born in Jamaica, but her family comes from India. I think in south of India, possibly Bombay. That's what my dad said. He doesn't speak any of the Indian language. He barely cooks it. I don't think much traditions was passed down to him. I mean, his mom did die at a very young age, and so much hasn't really been passed down to him. I think his grandmother used to speak to him in Indian, but he didn't understand her and she didn't speak English, so they both didn't understand each other. Now I think on my granddad, so my dad's dad, this is very confusing. We don't know much about him. From what he's told us, he has told us different things. So what's been speculated that he has Chinese in him. If you see him, he does have a bit of, like, his eyes are typical Asian, and he kind of has some features of an Asian. So what was said was people have seen his mom and his mom is Asian, but then I've also heard that his dad is possibly the Asian. No one's known because we've never seen his parents, and I never saw my granddad's other relatives. I never saw them. Obviously I've seen my grandma, a picture of her. She's Indian. I've never met her in life. She died 2 weeks before I was born, but I've met her sister, which is full Indian. Her sister is so I've met my grand aunt, so I know obviously she's Indian, and my dad looks Indian. I'm black. I don't know if I'm not gonna put up a photo of him, but yeah. Now in terms of my mom's side of the family, so my mom's side of the family is definitely a mixture as well. I know that my great grandmother, she's very fair skinned woman. I probably will put up a picture of us and you will see me as a baby and what she looked like. And then my grandma as well is very light skinned with very wavy, soft textured hair, very like mixed race looking. My mom now, she has now more the afro hair, so her hair is very thick and long, but she's lighter than me, so I have more my mom's complexion, especially in the winter. And when it comes to like summertime and I'm like in Jamaica and it starts getting hot, my skin tends to more my dad complexion. My dad is a bit darker than me. He's more like a bit browner. So yeah, that's it. So I have both my mom and my dad's hair. So I have really thick hair. Obviously my hair is straightened, but you've seen my last video, I had curls in it or whatever. But yeah, and then that's my mom. So my mom, their last name is Marriott. They come from Saint Elizabeth. Saint Elizabeth. A lot of people come from Saint Elizabeth in Jamaica, tend to be mixed with white in them, because that's where a lot of English settlers were, and there are a lot of red skin in Jamaica. We call red skin, which is light skinned people. So a lot of them live in St. Elizabeth. For our family came down from there. Now they live in another parish. And yeah, my grandma is of a fair skin with a very soft, wavy, textured hair. Now my grandfather, this is another complicated stuff. So my mom's dad, he is not 100% black either. I think he has Indian in him. So his mom was mixed with India. I don't think she was a full Indian woman. I never met her. I don't know much about my granddad's family. He's a very quiet man. He doesn't speak much. The next time I see him, I actually need to ask him loads of questions about his family. He doesn't speak much about his family. I think the only stories I hear about is from my grandma. So, and yeah, that's about it. For years, I wanted to know which part of Africa I was from. Am I Ghanaian, Nigerian? Because obviously black people, how they arrived in Jamaica years back was through slavery. So I wanted to know which part. When people see me, they're not sure who I am. So obviously they know I'm black, but I'll have people think I'm from Ethiopia, Eritrea, because I have the similar hair texture to them. I have obviously the more lighter skin. Not every Ethiopian is light skin, but the shape of the face and everything is similar to them, with the big forehead and stuff. So I get Eritrean, Ethiopian a lot. One or two people say I'm Somalian, but most people think I'm Ethiopian, which I'm not. And my dad gets the same thing as well. And I do when I'm in America, a lot of Spanish people speak to me, especially when my hair is straightened. They think I am Puerto Rican, Dominican. A lot of them think I'm like that. I remember when I used to wear my hair straight, and I went to this lady who do my eyebrows. She was Bangladesh. She thought I was from Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. No, she thought I was from Sri Lanka, because a lot of Sri Lankans tend to be dark-skinned Indians. And I was like, no, I'm not Sri Lankan. Oh, you said dark-skinned Asians. Sri Lankans were once part of India, kind of thing. So no. So part of me wants to know where exactly in Africa I'm from. Am I Nigerian? Am I Ghanaian, Sierra Leone, Central Africa? Where did my ancestors come from? I know my ancestors came from Asia, but what percentage, where particular? Because my dad says they come from South India, like most Indians who came to Jamaica, but which part? And is there any other thing? Obviously, because there's a bit of white in my side of family, just a tiny bit from my great grandma's time way back then. Obviously on my mother's side. So I wanted to know exactly what it is. At the end of the day, I still consider myself black. So I see myself as a black woman. I really do not care about what I am. Like, people look at me, they see black. I identify as black. Most of my family is black. I'm sure when I do the DNA test, there's going to be a high percentage of black anyway. But yeah. So let me just show you the kit. Right, and basically this kit, when I ordered it, you have to fill out an application online, and some of the services you get with it. So the first thing you do, it takes 8 to 12 weeks to get to you, okay? Right? And I'm going to read some of the services that you get. Well, actually, let me open it and maybe it will say what some of the things are. So your DNA kit activation, I hope you can see. Reminder, activate your DNA kit before sending your sample back. Okay. So I have an activation code. Oh, I hope you don't see that. And then the instructions. So for best results, please do not eat, drink, chew gum, or smoke for 30 minutes before collecting your DNA sample. which I don't think I have. So these are the instructions, which I'm going to do. And this is a sample. So with this kit, I receive an ethnicity estimate, a percentage breakdown of the ethnic origin, and pinpoint where my ancestors came from across 2,114 geographic regions. You also get DNA matches people who you're related to. So you sign up to this big website. Once you send off your sample, you're put into this big DNA thing where all the other people are there. So if other people have done DNA tests and they're related to you, there could be long distance down the line, but there's somewhat a percentage of relation to you, and they've done the DNA test, they're on this website as well, they've registered, then you will be connected to, you will get a notification, oh, by the way, so and so is related to you, right? So based on shared DNA. And yeah, so that's it. I think it's like you can, this was a one-off payment, but I think it's something where you, if you want, you can keep it for a year or something. I know one of my other family member, she bought the thing when there was a sale as well. I think last 2 years ago, but she didn't buy the kit. Sorry, she signed up for the website, and it allowed her to get a year's worth of to be on a platform. So whoever, if another family did a DNA test, she could find the family member, they would connect with her. So these are the things that I get: unlimited family tree size, unlimited animation of family photos, full access to 18.8 billion historical records, billions of new records added new year, automatic smart matches to other users' trees that reveal new information about your family history, advanced features of DNA results, the best historical record collections, so these are the things that the actual company states that they have. This is the benefits I can enjoy, and what they have as well. So I got 1 month free period of the heritage thing. So I basically just paid for the kit, and I get 1 month free of that thing. And if I wish to stop the free trial by being charged, I could stop my purchase page of that account. So I could stop it at any time. If I don't stop it at the end of the free trial, I'll be charged 114 pounds. Oh my God. 114 pounds. So yeah, basically I got the 17th of November, so I need to send it off because the next time will be the 17th, so I need to get my results before then. I'm trying to see something here. So the delivery time is 8 to 12 minutes. Let me go on the website, and the website will tell you how long. By the way, you can gift this on the website. You could buy it and gift it for someone. So this is a good Christmas gift or birthday gift or any anniversary gift. So how long does it take to get the results? Everything is on the website, guys. You can check yourself. I'm going to just quickly tell you so you just have an idea. So once it arrives at the lab, it takes 3 to 4 weeks for the results to be ready. Honey, that's going to take forever. When they are available, we'll notify you by email. The results will be accessible. I hope they don't charge me that £114 at the end of this month. Because if it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks. Anyway, let me quickly do. So I'm going to review how to do this. So activate your kit online. Do not skip this set. It's necessary to get your results. So I have to activate the kit online, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to activate. Actually, let me activate the kit via my phone. So just hold on. I'm gonna activate it and come back to you, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Oh, let me just sort out this lighting for you. That's a bit better, isn't it? Anyway, I'm back, and I basically went online. I had to fill out this application, fill out like my mom's side, name, age, my dad's side, name, like parents, like my grandparents and stuff. I didn't really know much about my dad's side, so I left that, but I just did my mom, right? And while I'm drying my hand on paper towel because I washed it, so the instructions were clean your surface area. So after I sign everything, the first thing they say that you have to log in to MyHeritage. They give you a link and you need to register your thing, and then they ask for all your details, which I've done, and then they ask for then they give the instructions. So they say clean the surface area, which I'm not gonna bother because I'm just doing everything. It's like in the box here, so I'm just gonna do it from there. Right now, the first thing they say is, so I'm gonna take my sample bottle, I'll put it in the box, and they say we're gonna take one of these. You saw the dribble. I wanted to make sure it was effective, so that's why I was swabbing it, because they said 30.
Right, and then, as per instructions, I think we put it in here. So just make sure that all of them are tight. Now I'm going to sell it up here. So I just sell it up here because I have to make sure that the sample I'm putting out was done well, because I'm not spending another set of money on this. So I'm trying to look for the paperwork to make sure I'm doing it properly. It came with a piece of paperwork, sorry guys. I can't find it, hold on one second. So much easier. Anyway, I'm going to put this in, send it off. I think I will see you guys in the next 3 weeks. Hopefully the results come back. By then, I hope I don't have to pay the 114, but yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Francis. It's Family Girl, and I'm here chilling in my house, and guess what? We are now going to look at my DNA. My DNA has come back. It came back like 2 weeks ago. We're now in February. Today, I think February the 12th. So can you imagine? Like, I did that DNA in December the 8th, and it only came back about like almost 3 weeks ago. But the thing was, there was like a lot of issues, as I discussed in the first half of this video, that there was like issues with Royal Mail. So basically there was a lot of how would you say, there was a lot of strikes. So Royal Mail was certain days they weren't delivering, and then it was over the Christmas period, so obviously like by the time it got to America and everything, there were going to be issues with that, because it's a Christmas period. And then if you think about like Christmas period, January, New Year's, maybe that it's not open. So yeah, by the time I got it was like February time, late January, I can't remember, but I would say it's been like 2 weeks since I got the news. So guys, I'm just so excited, but I've actually seen it myself. I've actually seen my thing, so I'm not gonna act shocked when I tell you the results, but I'm just still can't get over it, because I didn't expect some of the things. I didn't expect like certain ethnicities to be so high, like in it. Like I really was shocked about the percentage with certain ethnicities, and now I know where actually I am in, like specifically in Africa, whether I'm Nigerian and Ghanaian. So it's all gonna be interesting. But can we, before we like go there, can we talk like, I just want to apologize, because the first half of the video I look crazy, like the makeup, I don't know, that red lipstick and that green eyeliner was, I know, I literally look crazy. Here I look, it's just a bit basic. I'm not doing too much. Like as you can see, like I could do more with my eyelashes. Like I look like I don't have eyelashes, but I did do my mascara. But I have small eyes, and we're gonna get to that. How come I have small eyes? I have really small eyes. When you have small eyes, you have small eye. You don't have big eyelashes, isn't it? So, wow, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Should we just get into it? So, I'm going to show you, hopefully, I think I'm going to put a video up because when I clicked into my DNA thing, it came up with a video. Well, first, it showed me my matches, and then like 2 weeks later, there was this whole like presentation. They sent me a video. So, I'm going to look if I can find the video. If not, the first thing that came up with, sorry, is, as I said, my family has Asian in it, so that came up, but not the Asian that I thought. Right. So initially, I thought that my there was so many rumors going around. Like no one, I didn't actually see. Some people in the family members saw that they thought my grandfather on my dad's side was Chinese and black, right? Because they said, oh yeah, we've seen the mother looks Chinese. But I don't think my dad really knew his dad's side of the family. Obviously, my grandma is Indian. She's full Indian, 100% Indian. So I knew there was going to be like maybe 25%. Anyway, and on my mom's side, I think my grandfather is supposedly to have Indian in him as well. That's Jamaicans for you. Quite a few Jamaicans do have Indians in their bloodline because if you know the history of Jamaica, Indian indentured workers came to Jamaica after slavery was abolished, and black people were really working on plantation. They needed people to work there, so they got Indian people, usually who were suffering in the caste system. They were usually South Asian people who the caste system was unfair to them. They were as light or they were high up, so they came to Jamaica to work. And so that's why we have, like, I think the second biggest ethnic minority in Jamaica is, or the first biggest the second is Indian, and the first is Afro-Caribbean, or you said people of African ancestry, right? Okay, so the second is Indian, and my dad is Indian and black. So I was not shocked that I was going to have found South Asian ancestry in me, right? I wasn't surprised at all. I thought it was going to be like, as I said, 30. I did think it was going to be 30 something percent, because if you think about it, my dad is 25, and supposedly on my mom's side, maybe like I would say 5%. So in the total grand scheme of things, it said that I had 31.2%. Guys, see? I don't know if you can see it. Oh, sorry. What? Hold on. So if you can see here, 31.2% South Asian, and that 2.2 Inuit. So there is no mention whatsoever of Chinese, of East Asian, nothing. So I'm like, where is this Chinese thing coming from? Why they keep saying in our family we have Chinese? Clearly we don't. But what we have is Inuit. Now, if you know, Inuit people are indigenous people of the Arctic in Alaska, northern Canada, Greenland, and Siberia. And they are likely the descendants of the later waves of migration from Northeast Asia over the Bering Strait. So you could kind of say Northeast Asia is kind of like, a little bit China, those kind of places, Northeast Asia. So even though we don't have Chinese, I could kind of see where they thought the Chinese came from. So how do I say this now? My grandfather, who supposedly everyone thought he had Chinese in him, he possibly has Inuit in him. And one of his the mother of his children at the time, who's still alive, because my grandmother, sadly, she's passed away, so I can't go and ask her any questions, my dad's mother. But one of the ladies, another lady he had children for, she was saying, yeah, she used to say, yeah, he had Chinese, whatever. Actually, the family weren't really Chinese, but they looked Chinese. So she weren't sure if they were Chinese, but they looked either white or Chinese. They had really like slanted eyes, Asian eyes. They were like red skin. So red skin we call like really light, pale skin people. They were red skin and they were short and squat like. They, very short, like their body was built for short, very stocky, Asian eyes, and they were really red skin looking. So that's where I think the Inuit comes from, because I'm like thinking, where else would they come from? Because Inuit people didn't really come to Jamaica, really. Maybe they did. So yeah, that one threw me for a loop. When they said Inuit, I was like, what? I don't know how they came to Jamaica. Maybe they were originally had Arawak Indians, which is somewhat like native Indians. But it didn't say I had Arawak. It said Inuit. So I don't know if it comes from that. Okay, South Asia, we know. My grandmother, she's Indian. But I distinctly come from the Punjab line. So so I have Pakistan and Indian Punjab. So my region is closer to the like Pakistan border, lower Indian part. So that's very interesting. Right. Okay. Now let's look at that. So wait, I'll just quickly show you, like, if you can see, like, I'm all over the world, just all over the world. Right. I mean, the screen is blurry. I will see if I get the clip I can show you. Okay, so let's now move to the African side. So if you calculate it, I am like 33.4% Asian, right? So that's 33.4, which I thought I was going to be anyway. I thought I was going to be around 35, which is roughly around that. So I'm not surprised about that. Now, drum roll, please. 30% Nigerian. Woo! And I'm 5.9% Sierra Leone. 4.5% West African. That could be me anywhere. 2% Central African and 1.6 North African. See? The ring light. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I'm roughly about 45% African, which shocked me. You know what? I thought I would be a higher percentage. I thought it would be 60% African, 70% African, because all I was just counting was the South African. I did think maybe white, but I said white would be like 5% or like maybe 10%. Like I thought, because obviously I know my mom's side of the family is mixed race. They're very light skinned people, especially my grandma. Their hair is like a different texture. It's like a wavy, very soft, sometimes very curly. My aunt has very curly hair. She's like permed it because she can't deal with the curliness of it. And like and like my grandma, she has very thin lips. Like even my lips, they're not that big. Like she has thinner lips, like I'm not going to make fun of her, but her lips are like white people lips. Honest to God. Her lips are thin. So I said, okay, maybe there will be a hint of white in me, but not a lot. But I thought I was going to be higher. I thought it was going to be 70, 65. I didn't think I was only going to be 45%. Like, my dad kept saying, Francine, you're mixed race, right? And I'd be like, nah, I'm just thinking I'm like black. But this is just a rude awakening. So like, yeah, I'm Nigerian. Majority of me, even though I'm from like West Africa, which obviously that's where most slaves came from, so I'm not surprised. Like I had a family member who thought we would be East African because we would come from like one part of like East Africa or something. Well, I have North African in me, 1.6%. So whoever traveled from North Africa came down to West Africa and had kids with someone, because it's saying that So it says that many people from North African region known as the Maghreb, which is Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya, and I've been there. And when I go there, the men, you know how they are. They just love women, but they be. One time I went to Morocco, and everyone was calling me Fatima. Sister Fatima, Fatima. They weren't calling my other friend who's like Nigerian Fatima, but they were calling me Fatima. I was like, I'm not Fatima. Stop calling me that name. It's like sister. They weren't saying sister to my friend, but they were calling me sister and Fatima. I was like, I'm not Fatima. The other thing is like, people always mix me up with East African as well. That's why I like to know all this DNA. It's so intriguing because, you know, when I have my natural hair, as you see in the first half, you could kind of see with my hair because my hair is a little bit straight in there, but I really have thick kind of hair. And like the hair texture and how it looks on my face with the big forehead, the complexions, not every Ethiopian is light skin. You have some more browner skin Ethiopians. I'm not even light skin, but you know what I mean. Like there's some really dark, Ethiopians just come in all range colors, but I kind of look a little bit like them. So I used to always get people ask me if I'm from there, if I'm from Eritrea or Ethiopia. Even the other day, like I was at work and some Ethiopian lady came up to me, one of the patients, and she's like, they say this thing, Habibi Shah, or something. I can't remember. Sorry if I'm messing it wrong up. It's Habiba Shah. It's like a type of tribe, I think. And I was like, no, but the way I had my hair with the braids up, she's like, you're here. And I was like, yeah. She's like, it's lovely. It's like our people back home. Right. Anyway, so yeah, my majority of me is 30% Nigeria. So I'm flying to Nigeria when I can afford it. Okay. So Nigeria, watch out. Francine is coming to come and enjoy life. And 5.9% Sierra Leone. So I must visit these places. It's a shame that this actual DNA does not do the actual tribe. I know there's some other DNAs, which I will do one day when I have money again. They do tribes, so they actually locate your exact tribe. This one doesn't, right? Which is a shame. Well, at least I know where in India I am, but this Nigerian one, it doesn't actually say. It actually does not say where I am actually from. Like which tribe, if I'm Yoruba, if I'm from the Delta, if I am Hausa. It don't say any of that, right? So yeah, West African, that's like such a broad term as well. Where in West Africa? Like, so I could be from Benin, Mali, anywhere of those places because he just said 4.5% West Africa. The thing what people need to realize as well is like Nigeria was never Nigeria. Nigeria is a name that was given by colonial England. Places like West Africa had kingdoms, like the Togo Empire, like they had massive kingdoms. They weren't and tribes. They weren't like Nigeria this part and Ghana only this part and stuff. There were kingdoms ruling Nigeria and Ghana and Benin and Togo and all of these empires. They were ruled by kingdoms and tribes and stuff. And it's only when England came in they broke up Africa and gave them these different like names, and now they have their own identity, these countries, but they were just empires. So like I'm just West African basically, but we know like there's a strong percentage of it that's Nigerian. Okay, so maybe that explains some of my behavior. That explains some of it, but yeah, right. That's why it's good to know your DNA. Now, this one is another thing that threw me for a loop. I was shocked. So I knew that I was South Asian. I knew that I was gonna be African, but I didn't know which part of me was gonna be part of me was gonna be which African nation, right? Well, I knew it was gonna be West African, but which part of West Africa? And I knew I might have a bit of white in me, but I didn't know the percentage was gonna be so high. So literally, I'm 22% Caucasian. I've 22% Caucasian blood in me, which is not even that high, but it is kind of high to me anyway. So I have 14.3% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. I have 6.5 Scandinavian. I didn't know that. I didn't think it was going to be. And I have 1.5 Finnish. So do not have any Mediterranean blood in me. You know, people come up and they have Irish, they have Italian, they have French, they have like Greece or wherever they just have those. I don't have any of that. I just literally have English, Irish, Scottish, and Welsh, and a bit of Scandinavian and Finnish. So maybe that's why I like the Nordic countries. Like, I love design from the Nordic countries, their clothing, their houses. That's the 8% or something you want to call it then in me. It must be the 8% in me that wants to come out when I go to places like Denmark. I love Denmark, like those countries. Like, and I really want to go to Switzerland. I want to go to Finland, even though it's cold. I just want to visit them. So yeah. So see you guys, just to show you proof. So yeah, so all of that is baffling. The fact that the fact that like I have that much strong white in me, it's 22%. So if you add the 22 plus the 30, I'm like a whole nother race. I'm like, and then that's like 50 something, and then the 45 is like African. But I'm still black. I still am a black sister. I look black. So yeah, I don't consider myself mixed race, but I know that I have mixed heritage in me. And maybe that's why I like to travel. That's why I love humanity. I love different cultures. If someone gave me $10 million or even 1 million or even 100,000, I would just travel the world. That's my desire one day, and I hope God's willing. We just pray that God allows that to happen. Just travel the world, documenting different cultures. Like, that is my greatest desire. Document different cultures, visit different cultures, speak to different people. I just love like different foods, different cultures, like. And I think it's because of all these different things in me. But yeah, that's me. So remember in the beginning of the thing, I was saying that I might have to pay £144. Guess what? I had to pay it. Because this thing it took obviously more than however was required. I think it was like after a certain set of weeks you had to pay the 100 something. So I initially got it on a discount. It's like over £70, and I got it for 30, just the DNA kit. However, the other services, such as like having your account online, they match you up with your cousins and everything like that, is 140 something pounds, and I think you have it for a year. So if after 3 weeks, you have this thing for 3 weeks free, I think after 3 or 4 weeks, then they charge you. And obviously, my DNA sample hadn't come back as yet by that time. So I was like, yeah, they're going to charge me. And they did. So it was kind of like a scam. Not a scam, but they kind of got me. But yeah, all these DNA things are very expensive. And I was waiting for such a long time. And I'm glad I finally got to do it. And that's me, people. That's Francine for you. And my family haven't seen this, so when they watch it, they're going to be shocked too. They're going to be like, oh, we didn't know this. Like, obviously, some of my family members won't have the South Asian in them, but they will have, like, the other things. Like, I've now told my cousins, so we realize we really don't have Chinese in us. We probably have Inuit in us. And my other side of my family, which is my mom's side, we realized that the white in us is a little bit higher. Well, something like 1 in 3 people in Jamaica possibly 25% of the population, 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, I can't remember, must be 1 in 4 because 1 in 3 don't sound right for 25%, have Irish ancestry in them. So I'm not surprised with that percentage. But I want to do another video talking about what makes Jamaicans, because they always got Jamaican is an African nation, and I'll be like, no, we're a Caribbean nation. But I want to do another video now. I want to discuss it. I love my African roots. I'm proud of it. But I'm like, baby girl, we are a Caribbean nation. We are our own set of people. We've been through a lot. We've created our own name, our own identity. And we're not on the continent of Africa. We're Jamaicans, out of many, one people. And that just proved it. Not every Jamaican is like me. Fair enough. Not every Jamaican gonna have South Asian. Not every Jamaican is gonna have white. Some might not have. Or even if they do, it's like only 5%. But I won't be surprised if everyone in Jamaica did a DNA, they would be shocked. Because I was shocked by some of these things. Anyway, I have to love you and leave you. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please click and subscribe. Share it with other people. Please comment and share. I need more subscribers. Hello. And yeah, I'm going to do so much more videos. I have so much ideas. I really want to start doing videos where you follow me throughout my day and stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, bye.